Good morning. This is Coach Brunet. I'm Program Manager for the Bay City facility, and this is our virtual lesson number 20 for our teens and adults. Very good to see everyone again, and I would like to work on a few different things today, being more realistic with our martial arts, kind of going more into the Krav Maga side of things, but thinking about what to do if we have multiple assailants. What to do if multiple people are trying to attack us, if we are up against a wall, if we only have a limited amount of space to work with. So if we have a partner to work with, that would be awesome to kind of give us pressure, to kind of push on us. But the combination that I'd like to work on to start with today to get us moving around, and keeping in mind when we do our combinations, when we're working on our shadow work, because if we don't want to work with a partner or we don't have a partner, shadow work is great. So when we do our shadow work today, it's hook, cross, hook, rear kick. So once again, it's our hook from our lead side, cross from our rear side, hook, rear kick. So being mindful of our hands there by our cheeks, always keeping our hands up when we strike, keeping our chin down, eyes up, always staying on the target. Whenever we're striking, we're moving forwards. We're going through the enemy, because we don't want to do a half strike. If we are in a situation where it is life or death, if someone is really, truly trying to hurt you and you have to survive, fight or flight, you have to fight. You have to get through that person. If you are training throwing half punches, it's not going to work. Train like you are going to fight. So if you are training for a life or death situation, train like that. Or be ready for anything, because as martial artists we are vigilant. We're ready for attack at any point in time. So once again, our combination is hook, cross, hook, rear kick. Now we can also work on our counter strike. So if someone does throw a kick at us from their rear side, we can do our shield. So this is a good combination to kind of add on to at the end of even. So you can do your hook, cross, hook, rear kick. So a lot of times when you throw a kick, you being the martial artist, that person being someone else, you're going to throw a kick back. And it's not going to be as good. Most times when you throw a kick, boom, that other person is going to respond with a kick. It's going to be from the rear side most likely. You can then shield, bringing that knee up. You don't necessarily have to touch the elbow, but bring it up high enough so that, and then that those toes down, but our leg has some tension to it, so we can absorb the blast. So we shield the kick, we bring that foot down. I'm coming with my cross across my body, hook, cross, and then from here I can bring up my leg, I can chamber up and throw a side kick, using that side of my heel to strike. So hook, cross, hook, rear kick, they respond, shield, cross, hook, cross, side kick. So we can chain our combinations together. We can be creative. We can move around. Boom, 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 boom. But we can exercise that way and train. Like there's a whole room full of people. We have pressure on us, but it helps us get our heart rate up. It helps us. Well, it's fun for me. I like to use my imagination a little bit, especially when I'm training my martial arts, just because it's fun. But it helps us reach new levels. Because sometimes it can be just blah, punching the air. Especially when you think of it that way. Oh, I'm just going to punch the sky. I'm not getting anything out of this. You absolutely are. The more you practice these skills, the more you move and punch and kick and train, not only does it help us with our mobility and our fitness, but it helps us get ready for these real life situations. So if someone does push us, let's say someone pushes us out of our chest, we take a step back. We can then load up on that rear leg. We can use our pressure or the power of our palms to push back on someone. Or we can do a push kick from that rear leg. So keeping in mind, say we're at Walmart or we're going off into our car and someone comes up and pushes us, we can instinctively be ready for an attack. So as soon as someone pushes me, I don't even know it's coming, but I get pushed. My body just instinctively steps back into my stance, ready to rock and roll. But from here, I just took this energy from being pushed, stepped back into it. Now I'm going to dish it right back out into a kick. So I push back, and if we have a partner who can push us in the chest or up high, so we can step back, and even this is even better to do, start with your eyes closed and get pushed backwards. It gives us more of a real response. And we might not always want to have to step with that same leg. Practice stepping with opposite legs and kicking with that opposite leg, because we want to be ready for anything. Anything can happen. We are in strange times now, so think about that. If someone pushes us back, I can prepare myself to immediately respond and come into another stance. I can throw punches from there. I can continue on. But the idea is I can create space that I can then work from. I can protect myself. Because I might not be in a wide open gym, you know, I might be in a close quarters parking lot, or I might be in a small room or a cramped hallway. It doesn't matter. We're looking for exits. We're looking for where we can be the safest at any given time. Whenever we enter a room, we know where we came in, where we can go out, looking for an alternative exit, looking for windows, but we're always prepared for anything. So, moving forward, we can also think about elbows. If someone is grabbing us, say from behind with a bear hug, or in the front and they're trying to come at us. We mentioned this before, doing our 1 elbow. We have our 2 elbow. We have our 3 elbow. But the idea is it's a series. 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if someone bear hugs us, so 1 is if someone's coming at us, straight head on. 2 is if someone's right next to us. 3 if they're behind us. 4 now if someone's grabbing us from behind with a bear hug. We can now do a gut shot. Now 5 is if we did that gut shot, we got that space. Now we can go underneath the chin, we can go for the eyes, we can go for the nose, but we're hitting for vital areas. So gut, gut, I have space, chin, nose, eye, but that's our 4 elbow. That's our 5 elbow. And then we have 6 and 7. So now I did my 5. I step forward. I can now turn, and now I can throw a 6 elbow. So 6 elbow is a way more aggressive strike. So let's say somebody's even coming straight on at us. We're hand open, bringing our elbow straight up and down like I'm combing my hair. This is very similar to us throwing our cover blocks. So a lot of times when you throw a cover block, you can add in a 6 elbow. And I think Conor McGregor might have done something like this in his last fight. But the idea is, a lot of fighters use their elbows right along with blocks. Use your entire body as a weapon, especially in an aggressive life or death situation. You're always pushing, you're always hitting, you're always striking, especially with the strongest, hardest spot of your body. This is like a spear. So once again, someone comes at us, we throw that elbow straight up, that's 6. Now, we're gonna bring that straight down on the back of their head. So let's say we hit them, they're like, ugh, and they start coming down. We're now gonna hit them right in the back of the dome, bring that 7 elbow straight down. So this is kind of like the people's elbow here. So right here, so we bring it straight up, down. Our entire core is engaged. So like an accordion, we're closing our core up, using my legs, my entire body, through and down into our 7 elbow. So 6, and now 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Very good work. So use these combinations, use these elbows, think creatively, come up with some stuff of your own, have some fun, be imaginative, but get outside, get some fresh air, add this to your weekly routine, do more shadow boxing, be more mindful, especially if someone is in a bad situation. We don't want to be in it for very long. So this is stuff that we want to think about, that we strike, we move, we get out. So life or death, fight or flight. If you have to fight, get out as quickly as possible. We're not staying 10 rounds with that person. So if I don't hear from you guys, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you very much.